Hi there! I ordered 4 of the new Barbie looks on the Material Creation website because we only have it here on Amazon and in one physical store, and the new prices for the new wave are ginormous. We have to pay 43 euros for one of the dolls, and when I buy it on Material Creation with taxes and shipping I have to pay around 30 each, so it's way cheaper. But there's no way shipping it back, so you have to live with whatever you get, and we all know the quality control is not the best nowadays, so I have only chosen the ones that I was sure I could use as body donator. As you can see, here we have all 4 dolls, the boy and 3 of the girls from the series. He was the first that I opened up, and after reviewing him I decided to split up the videos because his opening was not so nice, and you will see it now here. The start was still promising, the package is in good condition, maybe a few scratches on the clear plastic, but that's not important to me, since I planned to play with the doll, pose it and so on, but instead I just broke it. I was sure that this was gonna be a long video, so I did not film the completely unpackaging and undressing. That was a mistake because I think I would have gotten some benefits of it, but I didn't do it. I just filmed how it looks without the package and then stopped the camera. While undressing him, I started with the t-shirt, then I wanted to get rid of the shoes. The left one was not a big issue, I just got it off, but the right one, I don't know what really happened because I simply had the right foot in my hand, and I don't think that I was very brutal while removing the shoe. It just snapped off. The thing is, these shoes are not completely cut in the back, so you do have a little bit more struggle getting them off, but these are also not very hard or very stable, so it is not that of a big thing, and honestly I have never ever broken any of my dolls. So I'm still a little bit confused, but in my opinion it even gets worse, so of course the deep scratch under his foot is completely my fault. I simply lost the patience to get out the foot correctly because I simply was upset. But I wanted to finish the review nonetheless, so I started showing his face, which is a pretty one, and I simply like the hair. It's not so bad in my opinion. It needs a little bit shaping, but that's it. And his arms, his mobility, and then I went to the legs. I simply had no clue that the buff made to move is just a doll to look at and not actually one that you should play with. Sorry that I sound so salty, but I'm pretty much angry about the situation. I don't think that this is something that should happen with a doll like that. I definitely did not force the joint too much. That's just how it should work. It is a double joint. And as you can see, the plastic got completely stressed out, and that is not the way it should be. The left side does also have a little bit of stress marks after bending it, but by far not as prominent as the right one. In fact, I do have the other buff Ken, but I never unpacked him completely because I was not a big fan of the face print and also not sure which head to put on instead. But after this disaster, I was sure I have to look at the joints of the other one. And here he is, just without his outer package, but still attached to the plastic. His shoes are way more dense than the shoes from the other can, but these are completely cut in the back, so you can grab the foot while removing them. But also this time the right foot was a little bit more problematic. The peg of the foot was not completely pushed into the leg, but I was able to hold the foot while taking off the shoes, so it was not that drastic. But I already was frightened to break it again, to be honest, and that's the reason why I slowed down a lot. At least it didn't break. So now to the right knee, and as you can see, I bended at the same amount than I bended the one of the darker skinned doll. It also shows a little bit of stress marks, but not a lot, very tiny. Of course, there is also a difference because of the very different skin color. You can see the stress marks on a darker doll, of course, way more than on a lighter skin doll. But in my opinion, it is way too much with the newer Barbie Looks can. I do not have any darker skin can dolls because I simply do not have a lot of can dolls, but I have a lot of darker skin Barbie dolls and I have never ever faced that problem. I mean, it's still Mattel. Of course I have faced problems with the made-to-move bodies. Sometimes the joints are not cut out perfectly. Sometimes when they pushed up the pegs from the hands or the legs, you do have a lighter spot on the leg or on the arm. I had seams that were not completely closed and so on. There were some issues with the bodies, but honestly not as visible as this one. That is something that should not happen in my opinion. These dolls are made to be played with or to be posed in any way. So far I did not contact Mattel Creations about this issue because I'm simply not sure if this was my fault or if it was to 100% my fault or if this is a quality issue. I'm unsure about it. Should I contact them or just live with it? As I said, this is the first doll I have ever broken and I simply don't know. But I wanted to share it with you in case you do also have this can. I guess this is an issue that not only my can has, so be gentle with him. He's a big guy, he has a lot of muscles, but in my opinion he has simply very weak joints and I personally would never ever purchase a buff can again. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. I wish you a great day. Maybe you are also interested in the girls. This video will follow directly next after this one. Thank you so much. Bye.